there was another topic very current which may be applicable to all of you IMGs who are maybe in US or outside US, which was the impact of COVID-19. What is likely to happen and how should you plan your application in view of this uncertainty? So watch on.
Anything that we missed, I'll just ask each one of you before we open up for questions. Samir, anything to add finally? Anything we missed?
Yes, I had something in mind when going to each interview. Is I always thought about the time where they will sit down to rank me, and because everyone tends to run from discussing the gap, like I had a gap or any red flag you might have on your CV. I always had an agenda with me to discuss, so I can equip them with something to say when they sit down to rank me. If they have a question mark, they will not spend much time to go back to your CV at that time. They will just put you somewhere and more likely to be lower. So best thing is to address all the questions. And I have sometimes got into an interview where he would tell me, well, I don't know what to ask you. This happened to me. And I told him, well, I have some things that I want to discuss. And I discussed my agenda and I equip them with the answers probably when the time ends to the rank, and I would need someone to advocate for me and say, well, this guy is good, let's put him higher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Francis? Yes.
I would like to say too that we all apply to those multiple programs to try to get as much as interviews as we can. Guys, when you get the interview from the programs that you're going to, study the program, study the people that they go and look at the demographics of the people that go to that hospital. You have no idea how help me out in matching, because you get an idea and you can even customize your presentation to that setting as well too, right? So different from the community program, the university one, but this is a rural area, this is more people with, I don't know, more income, whatever. So that can even give you a hint of what they're looking for. And even if you don't feel like, fake it until you make it. Customize your stuff, go for it, but be prepared for that too. Because sometimes I think people that go in there doesn't even know, what the demographic or something, and you lose easily the side of what can help you in that regards too. And being honest too. As Diana said, be honest. Always, be kind, be humble, because that's something else that can help you out in this game. Study the program. That's important too.
Roshan, any last minute tips, thoughts?
Yeah. So the pattern which I observed during all the interviews it's like a panel interview, like 7 people, not a panel interview, it's like 7 individual interviews. And it's like a case presentation. So for example, you talk about time management with one person and 20 minutes goes away, and something else like with other person, and they sit down and they put everything together like different organ systems, and that's how they rank you. So that's a pattern I noticed with all if who was watching this, and they should be aware of. They will pick something in your CV. For example, John mentioned volunteer experience, and they will see something like how you manage people or leadership skill or something. And then the other person will pick up on something, your clinical experience. Another person will pick on research and hobbies. And then they sit down and put everything together, and they will visualize how you as a person. So I think putting a really good thing in your CV and preparing well for the interview is really important. And then finish your step 3, and especially during this crisis, and that's the best thing you can do, and step 3 helps a lot. But I didn't finish my step 3 yet, but I'm saying all the people, my friends, they finished step 3 and they got a lot of interviews and they matched, and definitely it helps. And then stay safe. I think that's most important. You don't want to spread virus everywhere and get everyone sick.
Yeah. Thank you. Yash, any last minute tips? Anything we missed?
I think we covered pretty much everything what we can improve in our CV. But one thing is very important, confidence, I think. You must be confident, you must be determined, and if you are, committed to a specialty or committed to, doing good work, become a doctor in the United States, you have to be confident, you have to be determined, and you have to push forward every moment of your life. So just stay determined. I think everyone is doing a great job. Hold on for now with this whole situation, but I think everyone is going to just be safe and stay determined. That's it.
Thank you. Namit, are you on? Any last minute tips?
I just wanted to echo what George had to say about volunteering. That was one of the insights that I also got, was that, volunteer experience is also important because it shows that you want to be part of the community. So that was really important for me. I was also asked in my interviews about my volunteer experience. It is also another avenue for discussions in the interview. People like to see what you're passionate about outside of medicine. They want to see how much of, especially for international graduates who don't spend too much time in a particular place, but how they give back to that community as well. So I think that is important. And in times like these where we really can't do much clinically because of the situation we are in with COVID-19, I think that does present an opportunity for people to expand their CV or add to their CV. Of course, always consider your personal safety first. And then, if you can contribute to anything, step 3 is a great idea to study for, because, as soon as the Prometric exam centers open, if you're ready to give it, that's another huge thing that you can add on your CV. If you can contact with a professor at some university and they're willing to let you do some, a review article or some, PubMed data collection, that is also another avenue that you can explore. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that you're not the only one in this situation. Everybody's here. I know it's anxiety provoking at this point that, you don't know what the future will entail, but just think of it with a cool mind, plan how you're going to approach this, and just continue to work hard, and you'll get where you want to go.
Okay. Thank you. Deanna, any last minute tips?
Yes, I actually want to back up Dr. George's idea with volunteering. I lacked USC. I had no USC, but I had 2 years of volunteering. Since I first came to the U.S., that's one thing I started to do, volunteering in everything I could. And since I applied to pediatrics, I was working with children. And in one interview, that was the only thing they asked from my CV. Just my volunteering activity. And I know it might seem that it's not important, but if you find something that you can relate to and you can be passionate about, I think this is a very good point. And I just remember that there is something I have that is more than others. So yes, I can back up that.
Thank you. Shayan, anything that we missed?
Yeah, I think most of the points have been well touched and being explained by the panelists. And yeah, stay safe. That's very important. Don't do something just for your CV, but yeah, safety is important. At the same time, there are a lot of opportunities will come up, like doing systemic review. You can always reach out, which you can do remotely. And yeah, everyone is on the same boat. So don't worry and take step 3. That's very important. It really helped me. So yeah, taking step 3 is one of the things. And another thing I would like to touch base is that try, whenever you are joining any research or in your observership, try establishing contacts. Like for me, when I came here, I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any senior. So whatever contact is the one which I've earned, like the contacts which you earned, they are going to vouch for you. Like if you have really shown that passion, you need to have showing that passion, that confidence in you, and they'll really like you and they would really want you to be in a team. That can sometimes supersede your scores and prerequisite credentials. But yeah, you have to be very much persistent for that and work with your contacts, keep in touch with them. Don't just forget after they have given you LOR. Small things does matter. Sending and just a simple thank you email on the Thanksgiving Day, if they have written a LOR. So in this way, what I gained is that getting a customized LOR. Like one of the interviewers really pulled out one of my LORs, said, this is really a terrific and great LOR. Like he has mentioned everything which you have did and what was your role and how did you accompany and how you are so different from other applicants, So that type of LOR which you would be targeting on. In order to get that, I believe that you need to really work with your mentor, show them that whatever the task they are giving, you are going above and beyond for that. I think that is something which will really help you over the time. Even during residency or fellowship application, relationships last longer. So that would be
very good suggestion. Yes. Shrey, you get the final word.
So I think one important thing I think is important is the hobbies and interest, because because they want someone whom they can have fun, they can have chat with at the end of the week, and you can have a good conversations with. And in every interview, they have asked me about my hobbies and interests and what you do for living. And I definitely recommend people to have one skill set that you would like to enjoy during the residency time, and you should discuss on that part. And especially if you're from India, they definitely want to know about the cricket. So every interviewer asked me about explain cricket to me in 2 minutes and all these things. So it's important, but you don't need to prepare for it, but it's better if you have a good skill set and you can discuss about it. That's everything. Everyone has mentioned about everything, and stay safe, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. This was great. Thank you for the panel. We are over by 20 minutes. I really want to thank all of you. Your passion, I think, will rub off on the attendees today. Thank you, Sameer, Francis, Roshan, Yash, Nemeth, Diana, Cheyenne, Shrey, and of course, George. Appreciate your time, and good luck, everyone. Stay safe, and best wishes for the next season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.